So my next tip for when hiring a photographer, and this is called the budget photographer, or a photographer who's probably on the lower end of the cost scale for most people. And even though I really kind of hate the term budget photographer, but they're really designed for people who are looking for a quick and easy solution. Perhaps they're looking for a lot of photos, and maybe a budget photographer is somebody who hasn't been doing photography for quite some time. So oftentimes you'll hear the term, you get what you pay for. Now, I'm not saying a budget photographer can't produce really high quality work, because some of the ones that I know can, and they do an excellent job. But for the most part, they really lack the time and experience in honing their craft. So it's really about the full-time photographer who may charge a little bit more, and then there's also high-end photographers. So it's about the quality and the experience. I mean, in many cases, budget photographers lack the experience, the technical expertise, and the artistic vision of more seasoned photographers. So photography is not just about having a camera. It requires learning. It requires knowledge of composition, lighting, posing, and post-processing techniques, Photoshop, and all this kind of fun stuff. So a non-budget photographer is more likely to have that experience. So also, customer service and professionalism, while not always the case, budget photographers may not prioritize customer service or professionalism the same way that a full-time, more higher-end photographer would do that. So they may take longer to get your photos to you. They may take longer to respond to phone calls, whereas a higher-end full-time photographer is more likely to answer your calls within a certain amount of time and deliver their product on time. Also, what you'll find too with budget photographers is there's a lack of consistency in the quality of their photos. And that's really just because they're probably part-time or gig workers, and they just haven't done a lot of photography and have gained the experience. And that will change over time as they get more experience. So what you have to do is just think to yourself, do I want to invest money in good quality images that are going to last and I'm going to cherish forever? Or do you just want to pay someone $100 and get 500 photos? So think about the quality level in that as well. You won't get a good quality for a lot of photos. So think about that. Budget photographer versus a full-time higher end photographer.